Hey there, folks. Welcome to the Dark Psychology World channel. Now, don't let the name scare you off. We're all about unraveling the mysteries of the mind here. And boy, do we have a doozy for you today. You see, our brains are funny little things. They're full of quirks and oddities that can make us think and act in ways we might not expect. We call these cognitive biases, and there are over 100 of them messing with our heads every day. But don't worry, we won't bore you with all of them. We've handpicked 8 of the most fascinating ones to dive into today. But before we get into that, if you're new here and you're into psychology and life hacks, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. You wouldn't want to miss out on our mind-blowing content, would you? Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's get this show on the road. First up, we have the illusion of understanding. Sounds fancy, right? Let's put it to the test. You've got a kitchen knife at home, yeah? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you know it? If you're a master chef, you might be tempted to give yourself a perfect score. But hold your horses. Grab a piece of paper and draw that knife. No paper? No problem. Just picture it in your mind. Got it? Good. Now, is this what you drew? Bet you didn't remember the curve at the front, did you? That's the illusion of understanding for you. We often think we know something like the back of our hand, only to realize we've missed the details. And it's not just about kitchen knives. It could be anything, even the faces of your loved ones. Try drawing them from memory. You might be surprised at how much you get wrong. And this can have serious implications. Like in a crime scene, where eyewitnesses often misidentify suspects, leading to innocent people being locked up. But that's a story for another day. The point is, we often overestimate our understanding of things. But once we're asked to describe them in detail, we realize we're not as knowledgeable as we thought. So the next time you're feeling cocky, remember the kitchen knife. You might not know as much as you think you do. The second type of cognitive bias, naive realism. Now, don't let the fancy name fool you. It's all about how we believe our perception of something is the real deal. And if someone else sees it differently, well, they must be wrong. Take driving for instance. Comedian George Carlin once said that anyone driving slower than you is an idiot and anyone driving faster is a maniac. Sounds about right, doesn't it? We always think our speed is just perfect and anything else is just plain weird. This bias isn't just limited to the road. It's everywhere. Like when you're fighting over the AC remote. You set the temperature to your liking and then someone else comes along and changes it. If it's colder, you think they've lost their marbles. If it's warmer, you wonder if they've forgotten what an AC is for. But have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, you're the one who's biased? Naive realism is all about 3 things. First, we often believe our perceptions are objective and fair. Second, we think that as long as others have the same information as us, they'll reach the same conclusion. And third, anyone who disagrees with us must be ignorant, irrational, or biased. But here's the kicker, just because you see something doesn't mean it's true. You only see what you want to see. So, even if you're a top student, you're not immune to this cognitive deception. Mind-blowing, isn't it? The third type of cognitive bias, the hostile media effect. Now, don't let the fancy name fool you. It's all about how we believe our perception of something is the real deal. And if someone else sees it differently, well, they must be wrong. Ever read a news report and thought, man, this media outlet is so biased? We've all been there. But have you ever stopped to consider that maybe, just maybe, you're the one who's biased? Stanford University did a fascinating experiment on this. They took 2 groups of people, one pro-Israel and the other pro-Palestine, and had them watch the same news report on the Israeli army's invasion of Beirut. Guess what happened? The pro-Israel folks thought the report was anti-Israel and the pro-Palestine folks thought it was anti-Palestine. Same report, different perceptions. That, my friends, is the hostile media effect. But let's flip the script for a second. We like to think we're rational beings, looking at things objectively. But more often than not, we view things from our own personal standpoint, which can lead to a distorted understanding of the situation. Now, I'm not saying the media isn't biased. Every media outlet has its own stance. But it's important for us to recognize our own biases and try to understand things from multiple perspectives. So next time you're quick to call out the media for being biased, take a moment to check your own biases. You might be surprised at what you find. The fourth cognitive bias, the Kuleshov effect. Now imagine you're watching a video. There are 2 guys, one's unarmed, the other's got a gun. They're chasing each other, bullets are flying, and then, click. Out of ammo. The unarmed guy escapes. Sounds like a classic chase scene, right? But what if I told you they're actually on the same team trying to fend off wild beasts? That last bullet? It took down a beast that was not like the others. This is the magic of editing, my friends. Same footage, different cuts, and voila! You've got a whole new story. This is called the Kuleshov effect, named after Soviet director Lev Kuleshov. He took a guy with a poker face, spliced him into 3 different scenes, and suddenly, the guy's got emotions. Hungry with a bowl of soup, sad with a girl in a coffin, lustful with a beautiful woman. Same guy, different feelings. This brings to mind a tragic incident from a Japanese reality show. A 22-year-old actress named Hana Kimura, known as Shawa on the show, took her own life. The show, a collaboration between Nippon Television and Netflix, was a real-life history show without a script. It featured 3 men and 3 women living together in a luxury apartment, their daily lives recorded for all to see. Shawa was portrayed as a direct and frank pursuer of love with a fiery temper. The trigger? A laundry incident. Shawa, a professional wrestler, had left her wrestling uniform in the washing machine. An unknowing male roommate, Kobayashi Kwai, washed his clothes with it, causing the uniform to shrink. This uniform, worth 100,000 yen and worn for many years, was ruined. Shawa was furious, even throwing Kobayashi's hat in anger. Alright folks, after the show aired, things took a turn for the worse. Our girl Shawa, a professional wrestler with a fiery temper, was painted in a not-so-flattering light. And boy, did the internet trolls have a field day. They attacked her left, right, and center, criticizing everything from her looks to her personality. In the end, the relentless cyberbullying became too much. At just 22, Shawa decided to end her life. But here's the kicker, after her death, the production team and some netizens came forward to reveal that Shawa was actually a kind-hearted girl in real life. Not at all like the angry character she was portrayed as on the show. This tragic incident highlights the power of the Kuleshov effect on our emotions and cognition. It's a common editing technique in TV and movies, and while it's not necessarily bad, it can lead to our judgments being deliberately influenced when used in news content or information transmission. But let's not forget the seriousness of cyberbullying. You might think you're just typing a few random words on a keyboard, but those words can be a sharp weapon that stabs the victim. So, what do you think? Have you encountered a similar situation? Drop a comment below. And don't rush off just yet. We've got 4 more psychological effects to chat about in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share these fascinating insights with your friends and family. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bell to get notified when new videos drop. This is the Dark Psychology World channel signing off. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.